like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. Once you're done, leave a comment down below, and I just might end up responding. Real reasons The Undertaker made a surprise return on Monday Night Raw. This week on Monday Night Raw, WWE once again pulled a major surprise out of nowhere as The Undertaker returned to WWE, helping Roman Reigns as he attacked both Drew McIntyre and Shane McMahon. Undertaker, who hasn't been seen since Super ShowDown, made his unexpected appearance to level the playing field on Raw, as Reigns was on the receiving end of a 2-on-1 attack from his opponents. Nobody saw the Deadman coming, especially Shane and Drew, as The Undertaker looked to be back at his best as he unloaded on both men, creating a huge pop from the crowd, who clearly didn't expect it. But what are the real reasons that The Undertaker has returned? To continue his feud. The Undertaker has a lot of history with Shane McMahon, much of which remains unsolved, and this could be his way of bringing that all back. As the Reaper, Undertaker could be returning to question why Shane has taken his recent dark path, claiming he shouldn't actually be around after the WrestleMania match. He also has a past with Roman Reigns, which is why it was a surprise to see him save the big dog. However, Undertaker was defeated by Roman, who has claimed it was his yard ever since, and perhaps this is Undertaker's way of agreeing and helping to keep pushing the babyface run. Either way, as long as WWE recognizes the past history that they all have and can weave it into whatever storyline is about to take place, then that would be an excellent storytelling on their behalf. To rob off Super ShowDown, the Deadman was last seen inside a WWE ring in Saudi Arabia as he defeated a fellow legend, Bill Goldberg, in what was a dream match for many wrestling fans, which turned out to be a nightmare for those involved. The match was universally hated by fans and critics alike, with many WWE Hall of Famers and other alumni having to come out and defend both Undertaker and Goldberg. With the WWE Hall of Famer suffering a concussion within the match, the two men would go on to make a ton of mistakes, putting each other's health at risk with some very serious errors. However, that Undertaker looked like a ghost of the past on Raw, as the Phenom looked to remind everyone exactly why he's one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, appearing to be back at his best. Everything Taker did landed with precise precision, and hopefully the rest of this run will see Undertaker back to his best, continuing to add to his legacy rather than tarnish it, to help boost Extreme Rules sales. Ultimately, the main reason The Undertaker's back is to help sales for Extreme Rules. It's one of the older tricks in WWE's playbook that when viewership is down or ticket sales aren't where they should be, a legend is brought back to help improve things. Stomping Grounds was one of the worst selling pay-per-views in modern WWE history, and the company simply cannot afford for that to happen again, especially with AEW breathing down their necks. WWE needs to appear like it's still as strong as ever, and while they can't manipulate the viewing figures, they can do everything in their power to drum up interest for the shows, including the next pay-per-view. It seems fairly obvious that WWE is heading towards putting Taker in a tag team match alongside Roman Reigns to take on Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre at Extreme Rules, and having him appear on the show will help sales. It also does make sense with Undertaker having history with both Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. This could be the Phenom helping Roman out of respect, really passing on the torch that is indeed his yard. After months of Shane running things on both Raw and SmackDown, taking over segment after segment, The Undertaker is now here to possibly be the man who ends it all, ushering in a new era just before SummerSlam. What do you make of The Undertaker's surprise return? Let us know in the comment section below.